in spectacular high-definition television. This is the 2008 Chevrolet Cup at Seafair, brought to you by Chevrolet. See your Northwest Chevy dealer or visit us online at ChevyDealer.com. By Southwest Airlines, the official airline of Seafair, with 4 daily nonstop flights to Denver.
The fans are starting to arrive. They are picking out their favorite spots along Lake Washington, and they're set for some great boat racing and, of course, some terrific air show, which is taking place right now. Coast Guard C-130 is flying over Center Point along with a couple of helicopters from the Coast Guard, an HH-60 and 65. There goes the plane that is the very same model as the Fat Albert that the Navy Blue Angels will bring over the race course just a little bit later this afternoon. Of course, as we've been telling you here on KIRO 7, we promise you every single second of racing action this Seafair weekend, and that action began, in fact, yesterday. So let's take you back about 24 hours or so to Heat 1A of the Unlimiteds. A great race it was. But time to end the talking and time to go racing in the Unlimiteds Heat 1A. And here are your racers. The Haas Mortgage Investors 2 with Jimmy King at the controls. The Formula.com, Jeff Bernard, the young gun. The defending champ, Steve David and Oh Boy Alberto. The Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly. And the Our Gang Racing, Kip Brown at the controls. That is Heat 1A.
Heat 1A of the Chevy Cup at Seafair is brought to you by AT&T, your world delivered, and is presented for Seafair by Graham Trucking, import, export, and regional domestic. Let us take a load off.
And we take a look with just a minute over the start time from Chopper 7, high above the race course here on the shores of Lake Washington. Chip, let's start with you. Steve David, the Oh Boy Alberto. As we look at the Graham Trucking, there's the Alberto boat. He is the defending champ. What are his chances this year?
Chances are very good. He is the defending champion. What's surprising to me right now is he's working so hard to get the inside lane. He's going to race Jeff Bernard. That's going to be his competition here, and he wants the inside.
And Mike Jeff Bernard, a young gun in that Formula boat. He's got it running pretty well this season.
He is, but let's not overlook J. Michael Kelly. I think he may have some beans there that may surprise us.
We'll take a look at that. In the meantime, Pat O'Day, the other member of our broadcast team, with the fastest qualifier.
Well, the Jack in the Box, congratulations go to Gig Harbor's Jeff Bernard in the red with a white-tailed Formula boat. The U5 qualified at a screamingly fast 154.615 miles an hour. And for the best in fast food, anytime, stop by your nearest Jack in the Box.
And for the best in unlimited hydroplane racing, we turn it over to Mike Fitzsimmons.
And that is Jeff Bernard you were looking at as they come down to make their start. It's on the inside. The Oh Boy Alberto with Steve David, Jeff Bernard lane number 2. J. Michael Kelly is in the Graham Trucking in lane 3. And the other 2 boats, of course, are Jimmy King and Kip Brown. Here they come down into the start, and it is a fair start. Everybody was on time. Lots of traffic going into that lower corner. And just as you suggested, Chip Hanauer, it is the red boat and the red and green boat.
I'd be very surprised if the red boat on the outside, which is Jeff Bernard, can beat him from the outside. I tell you, Steve David has got a very fast boat this year, but he's proven me wrong right now. Look at him go by.
He is pulling right up alongside and in third place and also reeling them in a little. Oh, no, just showed a big blast of flame coming out of the U3 boat, that the Haas Mortgage boat, and that may be the end for Jimmy King up there in that corner. It looks like he's going down. Anyway, out of the corner, here comes the boat on the right, of course, the Oh Boy Alberto defending champion. But look at the Formula Boats.com rather come at you. This is going to be almost a photo finish at the start-finish line at the end of lap number 1. They are only a couple of boat lengths apart.
What you're seeing is the old master right there in the Oh Boy Alberta, the defending champion. And I think the guy right behind him, Jeff Bernard, is going to be one of the great drivers of all time.
They turned that first lap at over 152 miles an hour in competition.
Now, that was one of the faster speeds even in qualifying, so you could see that these guys really wanted badly. Up the back chute, we still got a dandy battle going on. Steve and David going to try this time through the upper corner to try to make him drive a large amount of real estate, Jeff Bernard, to try to force him to the wide outside if at all possible. And Jeff senses that he's back just a little bit. He's not trying to come in too hot into that corner. He also has a little traffic in the form of the U3, the the Haas Mortgage 2, which went dead in the water up there. Okay, at the end of lap number 2, a rooster tail ahead now. It is the old boy Alberto. Jeff Bernard appears now, Chip Hanauer, to have settled into second place.
Yeah, 145 for the Alberto and about 138 for the Formula.
You know, he has settled back into second place because he knows that, you know, second place, if he keeps finishing second all day, that'll get him into the final. No point in hurting something, just in an elimination race.
And one thing to note, too, the fourth place boat, which of course is Kip Brown, drive the R-Gang Racing. That particular boat started for the first time on the front line, so the officials obviously think that that rookie is now ready to go racing. Well, it's not going to be a difficult time at all for the old boy Alberto, the defending Chevy Cup champion from last year. Has things all his way. Steve David takes a nice wide turn. Not a whole lot of speed through that corner, but he's not going to need a whole lot of speed. Checkered flag is out for the old boy Alberto, the U6 from Madison, Indiana. Steve David from down in Florida, and he wins.
You know
P1A.
You know what's impressive to me, Mike, is the speeds are one thing, but how well these new boats ride. They just, you know, in the old days you get so much air they'd hang up. Now they just are nice and level, but nice and free.
They did, of course, loosen them up a little bit because earlier in the day when they were testing, we had pretty rough water, but the water wasn't all that bad this time. Third place overall, there's J. Michael Kelly in the Graham trucking boat, and he'll be heard from yet before this Chevy Cup is over.
And the rookie Kip Brown in the red dot finishes fourth.
You know, you might recognize the last name Brown. Of course,
sure.
we all know Nate Brown, both as a commentator and a driver. This is actually, I believe, his nephew.
It is.
And a kid that's going to, I think, do very well and brought up in a racing family, obviously.
So what are the Alberto guys down there saying right now about this first run? Not a lot of competition in this run, or the boat went so smoothly, everything went just as planned. What are they talking about, Chip?
From where I sit, that thing looked really, really nice. And what Steve did well is he was on time at the start, and he was on the inside. And, you know, we saw last year in the final heat how much that inside means to these guys. I mean, we saw Dave Vilwalk and John Theoret fight so much for the inside, they took themselves out of the race. I'm surprised to see them fight this hard for the inside, though, in an elimination race.
And skimming along the top of the water, your unofficial winner, Steve David in the old boy Alberto. Let's first head down and talk with that young gun, Jeff Bernard, the number 2 finisher here in Heat 1A. Rock?
Thanks, Steve. Jeff Bernard, great start and a really fast first lap.
Yeah, it's tough to beat any of these guys right now from the outside. It's whoever gets lane 1. And we got up there a little early on the start, made a better start. We had them for the first lap, but like I said, it's tough to win from the outside. There's 7 boats that are too fast, and you got to be doing 5 miles an hour faster than them. So rethink our game going in tomorrow, and hopefully we can get this thing inside because we're fast.
All right, Jeff, thanks a lot. Let's go over to guard with the Alberto camp.
All right, thanks, Bill. Steve David, the water was smooth. You were pretty smooth today, huh?
Oh, I tell you, for an old man guard, this is a lot of fun. They have the Alberto set up perfectly for this water. It was really taking the lumps very, very well. And now it's just get to the final tomorrow. I got to win a couple more heats. We're in a points race. We just gained 200 in our closest competitors, so it's a great day for Alberto.
And it seemed pretty competitive, even though it was a heat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he out-qualified me by 2 miles an hour, and if we weren't inside of him, it would have been a whole different story.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, guard. I appreciate it.
All right, Steve, back to you.
And so the Alberto, your official winner. Let's take a look at the official race results from Heat 1A from yesterday. The old boy Alberto, the formulaboats.com, Graham Trucking, the R-Gang Racing Team, along with Haas Mortgage Investors 2.
Heat 1A of the Chevy Cup at Seafair has been brought to you by AT&T, your world delivered.
Congratulations to Steve David and the old boy Alberto, the Muckleshoot photo winner of Heat 1A. Experience the biggest and the best. Muckleshoot Casino and Bingo.
And when we come back, more racing for you. Heat 1B and a whole afternoon of some great boat racing and air show action as well. Don't go away. Strap those drivers in. Time to go racing again. This time Heat 1B in the unlimited hydroplanes here at the Chevrolet Cup. A 4-boat contest this time with Dave Vilwalk in the Elstrom Elam Plus, the ProCraft windows, and the world's fastest forensic psychologist, Ken Muscatel. Brian Perkins and the Miss Albert Lee, and the MirageBoats.com with Greg Hopp at the controls, the great Fred Leland racing team. That is Heat 1B.
Heat 1B of the Chevy Cup at Seafair is brought to you by Comcast, offering the most high-def viewing choices. Call 1-800-COMCAST, and is presented for Seafair by KeyBank, proud sponsor of the KeyBank Air Show.
Minute 15 away. Nice smooth water for 1A, but Mike Fitzsimmons, things got churned up a little bit here for 1B out on the lake.
Yeah, just a little bit more wind also, but some churning up going on down there in the corner right now as everybody's trying to see if they can't force Dave Villwock out to the outside. Looks like they may have succeeded.
Chip, he is the man to beat.
I am so confident that Dave Villwock's going to win this heat. I'm willing to bet your mortgage, Steve,
really?
on Dave Villwock winning this heat.
I'm just hoping Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are hanging in there for me. Pat O'Day again with the fastest qualifier, and I think we're looking at it.
Yes, and Jack on the box is congratulating in Heat 1B David Villwock in that orange Ballard Bullet, the Elam. He qualified at 155.857. This should be a piece of cake or a hamburger for him. And for the best fast food anytime, stop at your nearest Jack in the Box today.
All right, everybody put down the sandwiches and let's listen up. Mike Fitzsimmons has the call of Heat 1B.
Looks like Greg Hopp is going to have lane number 1, but it's not likely he's not going to know what to do with it. He hasn't got the boat speed today, and it just isn't going to do him much good. But it looks like Mr. Villwock in the second lane has a nice smooth start going for him. In lane number 3, you got Kenny Muscatel coming down to the start. We got a legal start, all fair. And as they head down into that first corner, I think Dave Villwock is actually laying back just a little bit because he's going to get let into the corner by the U100 boat. Now here they all come.
I think Dave Villwock's backpedaling a little bit. He knows he's got 3 laps to just reel him in. He's got so much boat on these other 3 guys that it should be no problem, and there you see him go.
He's already run down the leader and taken over, and it's going to be impossible virtually for these other boats. They have not shown the kind of boat speed necessary to chase that bright orange bombshell out on this race course today. And Pat, now he can send some messages to the fellows on the beach.
Yes, but Greg Hopp might have jumped the gun by just inches. If not, it was the greatest start in the history of boat racing. It was close.
In any event, it wouldn't do him much good anyway because he's now running a full rooster tail back in second position physically, and the U50, the Miss Albert Lee with Brian Perkins is trying to reel him in from third position. Dave Villwock has things under complete control at this point, as you surmised. Chip Hanauer looks good.
What you saw going through that corner is Dave's playing very conservative. He had plenty of room to go to the inside, but he didn't do it. He left a complete lane for Greg Hopp. He doesn't want to do anything that's going to give the officials the chance to make a call on him. You can see he's still giving him a big lane there.
Now the race to watch is Brian Perkins pulling up on the outside of Greg Hopp on the backstretch heading for the floating bridge. He may be able to pull him here before another lap's over.
He may very well be, and if Greg had jumped the gun, he might back off on the thing, try to save things. They are not exactly long on equipment here at Lake Washington right now on this Ted Jones course. Well, now Brian Perkins comes to the outside and is going to try to put some pressure on, but Hopp is seeing him in the mirrors right now, and looks like he's going to try to keep that from happening. As he comes past us now, he has about a 6 or 7 boat length lead, but all of them are trailing by about 3 rooster tails behind the Elstrom presents the Amos W. Haas boat, and it looks like Dave Villwock on the white flag lap right now has no problems whatsoever out there, Chip.
Brian Perkins has got a little bit of an advantage because poor Greg Hopp is running right in the wake of Dave Villwock, and nothing slows these boats down more than running in the wake of another boat. And it looks like Brian Perkins is running in kind of smoother water, so this could be close for second place.
Let's see if he's able to pull it off. Greg Hopp, of course, knows he's there, has some rough water, but has a little bit of a speed advantage on him. The checkered flag is out for Dave Villwock, who will have no trouble winning Heat 1B of the Chevrolet Cup, and it looks like Greg Hopp may have enough to hold off the challenge from Brian Perkins. Checkered flag for Dave Villwock, and it looks like Greg Hopp will pick up second in the U100 MirageBoats.com, and then it is the Miss Albert Lee in third place, the U50, the boat painted up like a Blue Angel.
And And coming in at the top of the turn of the floating bridge is Dr. Ken Muscatel in the Procraft, the U-25. He'll finish fourth.
For a while, he was actually shadowing Vilwalk as though he might try to pin him down. I think that was wishful thinking.
Well, Mike, you're now the proud owner of Steve Rabel's house, because I bet his mortgage that Vilwalk would win, and he won, so congratulations.
Yeah, his house is the box my house came in.
Oh, another great day out on the lake for Dave Vilwalk. But again, this is just heat one of 3 heats. Plus, you've still got the final coming up, and all bets are off then when you put all these top drivers in the final for the Chevrolet Cup.
Truth is this is the only breather he's going to get all weekend.
Yeah.
It is. This was a shooting ducks kind of heat for him. But there was really nobody could threaten him, so they kind of used this as a test bed more than anything else.
The lap speed of 137 by the Elam was the quickest of that heat.
Which shows you that it's these are relatively slow speeds, but he didn't have to go so fast, and won it still by a couple of rooster tails, so that really didn't require a tremendous amount of speed.
You know, look at the beautiful ride of this boat. You see how level it is? Look at the propeller at the back of the boat. It's got one blade in the water. The other 2 blades are out. This is just a perfect boat ride. It doesn't get any better than this.
All right, Chip, bouncing along to a win is Dave Vilwalk. Let's head down to Lakeside, and Bill Rocky with the winner.
Thank you, Dave Vilwalk. No secret you're a heavy favorite in that. What do you worry about in a heat like that?
Well, sometimes the easiest ones that are supposed to be the easiest turned out to be the hardest, so I just didn't want to screw up. So team did a great job. Boats set up really good. Water's getting lumpy, and it's going to be a Seattle race. We're going to have fun at it.
Chip was betting mortgages that you were going to win that heat, so you bailed him out.
Good. Just once anyway. But yeah, that's good step. You know, we want to win some. We want to win some money for that Ronald McDonald's Foundation, so that's a first good step.
All right, thanks, Dave. Let's go over to guard with Greg Hopp.
All right, thanks, Bill. Well, Vilwalk just said he didn't want to screw up. You guys don't screw up. You guys look good in that heat.
Yeah, actually, it worked out really good. Dave kind of, stayed out of trouble and got way out front, and that left me and Brian Perkins to duke it out. And we go way back. I put him in my unlimited light as a driver, and really is my driver, so I'm glad he let me win. No. The Mirage boats are up, rock and rolling. I want to say, great job to the team. We have handling problems all weekend long, and we're starting to get a sword on them. And good job to Brian. And I'd like to dedicate this race to a good friend of mine who unfortunately lost his life, Paul Pedersen. Paulie, we miss you.
Nice. Well, good luck tomorrow.
All right, thanks.
Braves.
All right, Guard, thanks very much. And here are your official Heat 1B results of the unlimited hydroplanes. The Elstrom winning the Elam Plus. MirageBoats.com, Miss Albert Lee, and Miss Procraft Windows.
Heat 1B of the Chevy Cup at Seafair has been brought to you by Comcast, offering the most high-def viewing choices. Call 1-800-COMCAST.
And congratulations to the Elstrom Elam Plus, the Muckleshoot photo finish winner of Heat 1B. Experience the biggest and the best Muckleshoot Casino and Bingo.
And while we were showing you the tape from yesterday of the races, Heat 1A and 1B, we were being treated to this. The Coast Guard, based out of Port Angeles, their search and rescue team inserting a diver and then extricating him from the water. It's a great scene here. The air show performs all weekend long with their Coast Guard HH-60 and 65 helicopters. Heat 1C from yesterday will wrap up our taped action from Unlimited Hydroplanes, and that's coming your way next here on our live coverage from Seafair on KIRO 7. Two down, one to go. It's Heat 1C in the unlimited hydroplane races here at Seafair, the Chevrolet Cup. Here are your 4 boats, the FormulaBoats.com, Haas Mortgage Investors, the U10, the Miss Beacon Plumbing, Jean Theoret at the controls, and Albert Lee Lake Ridge Paving with David Williams, the pilot. That's Heat 1C.
Heat 1C of the Chevy Cup at Seafair is brought to you by KIRO Classifieds, the most local classifieds in the Seattle area. KIRO Classifieds at KIROTV.com.
About a minute and a half before we start this race. Again, mostly sunny skies here in the Seattle area. You see the rooster tails and just a beautiful shot along the shores of Lake Washington. The favorite here, Chip, has got to be the former two-time champ of the Chevrolet Cup at Seafair, and that is Jean Theoret.
He's the favorite, but don't count out David Bryan. We refer to David Bryan as a driver that came from flat bottom racing. We're not referring to his anatomy there. A flat bottom is what I think most people think of as a drag boat. He has made a great transition into hydros.
And a second-place finish at Seafair last year. Mike, what about Jean Theoret? He was a winner this year already.
He was a winner, one of 3 separate winners this year. He had the Columbia Cup over on the Tri-Cities, Columbia River waters in hand until he blew last weekend. And he is now pinned into lane number 1. And David Bryan is going to try to hold him tight to the buoy row as they come around.
And Mr. Rodet, your fastest qualifier.
Well, Jack in the Box offers a French fry-filled salute to David Bryan and the Haas Mortgage 2. That's the yellow boat with a blue nose. He qualified 0.4 of a mile an hour faster than the Beacon Plumbing. His qualification time, 152.807 miles an hour. And for the best fast food anytime, stop at your nearest Jack in the Box today.
As they come to the line, Theoret on the inside in the Beacon Plumbing, the Haas Mortgage Investment U10 with David Bryan is in the outside lane right next to him, and Lake Ridge Paving is in there as well. And the far outside, it's the red boat, the formulaboats.com. As they come into the turn, boy, they're pinning down tight in there.
David Bryant's got a lot of boat speed. He stayed right with them, even though he had to go a lot further distance. So I think it's going to come down to the wire between these two.
Bryant lays the hammer down now. We've got a drag race up the back chute on lap number 1. David Bryant in the faster of the 2 qualified boats, but they're only 0.4 of a mile an hour that separated them in qualifying today. So these are very evenly matched race boats. Out through the corner now is David Bryant trying to give him a lane, but just a lane as they come out there virtually side by side at the exit pin coming down to end lap number 1. It is Jean Theoret on the inside, the checkerboard Beacon Plumbing, and once again there's that burst of speed that comes from David Bryan's boat, the Haas Mortgage Investment.
142.848 miles an hour on the first lap.
Pretty good competition speed, Chip.
You know what's interesting about Jean Theoret? He always goes to the inside. It doesn't matter if it's an elimination heat. It doesn't matter what's going on. He goes to the inside. Sometimes that bites him on these elimination heats and he makes a mistake, but I think he'll be fine today.
And you're getting a look from inside Theoret's boat right now as he's on the inside and is right now in the lead, but not comfortably because he is being pursued very closely, just by about a half a boat length back right now. Watch him come bursting out of that turn, Theoret, and you'll see in the rooster tail, that is David Bryant, and he comes out a little bit wider this time. Theoret is trying to push him ever so much closer to the beach because he really doesn't have the boat speed on him, and as they come down to the start-finish line, Theoret's got about a 4 boat length lead, and they come down into the lower corner right now. Pat, what was the speed there?
Turned that at 144 miles an hour, even a little quicker than the first time around.
Water a little rougher. Theoret's decided now this time he's going to try to lay the hammer down, Chip, and see if he just can't outrun him down this back chute.
You know, I'm really impressed with David Bryant. This is not easy to go from one form of hull to another, and he's driving these things like an old pro. I like to see David go to the inside. Normally he's been kind of on the outside, but when he starts going inside, he's going to be trouble for a lot of these guys.
Well, right now he's still trouble for Jean Theoret because John does not have this thing won yet, and David Bryant is coming in with a very, very fast boat speed, carrying quite a lot through the corner, but it doesn't look like he's going to have enough here. As he comes off the corner, it's going to be Jean Theoret, the checkerboard, Miss Beacon Plumbing, picking up the victory in Heat 1C of the Chevrolet Cup. Second place, it is David Bryant, and not by much. A couple of ticks of the clock is all. And we're way back in third place. It is the formulaboats.com. Bringing up the rear, that would be Stephen David, or excuse me, that would be David Williams. Got a lot of Davids in this race, and David Williams, who is, of course, the executive director of the Hydroplane and Raceboat Museum, and also a hydroplane driver in his own right in the Lake Ridge paving boat.
That third place finish is driven by Jimmy Shane in the formula. He's a kid out of Maryland, or somewhere around Baltimore, and this is his rookie year.
The reason these boats are riding so well is this wing right up here in the front. They have continued to evolve this front wing, and that's being operated by the driver's left foot. So these boats being so nice and level, you can attribute that to that wing right there.
A lot of rollers out there. The water is rougher than it appears in terms of the boat rides, Chip, because there's an awful lot of groundswell action out there.
That groundswell is coming from the log boom. If you look out on that log boom today, there's a lot of 100-foot boats out there, and there's boats moving around, and that makes the water move. If you look back there, you see all those big boats? Well, they all move around, and they all make wakes. Look at this guy here. He's moving around. There's boats back here moving around, and those wakes all come across there, and that makes the rollers.
But still makes for a beautiful sight out here on the shores of Lake Washington. Here is the race between these two boats taken by the Beacon Plumbing. A lot of fast boats out there today, and a lot of those boats, pleasure craft watching. Heat 1C, and finishing in second place, the Haas Mortgage Investors boat with David Bryant, and he is with our Bill Rocky.
Thanks, Steve. David, that was a great race between you and John Theoret. He just got you to the end.
Yeah, we got a good start right on the mark, and, you know, you got to hold your lane, and he was there. I wanted to make sure I gave him plenty, and we held him for a couple laps, and then I kind of bobbled down here in this turn, and I gave him a little bit of a lead, and that's all it takes here. So, great race. Boat was awesome.
You're one of those guys that maybe not everybody's talking about, but you've got a good boat here, don't you?
Oh, we got an awesome boat. The Haas boat this weekend is unbelievable, and the crew is just, I mean, they've given me the best equipment, so all I got to do is make something happen with it.
All right, good luck the rest of the way. Steve, back to you.
Thanks, guys.
Bill Rocky, thank you. And here are your official results from Heat 1C. The Miss Beacon Plumbing boat on top. Haas Mortgage Investors, FormulaBoats.com, Albert Lee, Lake Ridge Paving, David Williams, the pilot. Heat 1C.
Congratulations to Jean Theoret and the Beacon Plumbing team, the Muckleshoot photo finish winner of Heat 1C. Experience the biggest and the best Muckleshoot Casino and Bingo.
All right, Mike Fitzsimmons, and now we want to take you down to the awards stage here, right in front of our tower in the Stan Sayers Pits area for the awards to the winners of Heats 1, A, B, and C.
Thank you, Steve, and welcome back to the Chevrolet Cup at Seafair Awards stage. We've got some great racing already, and we've got 3 winners up here on the stage with me. First, for Unlimited Heat number 1A, sponsored by Graham Trucking, I've got Rob Graham to present the trophy to U6 driver Steve David from the Oh Boy Alberto. Rob?
Hi, I'm Rob Graham, just like he said, from Graham Trucking, and just wanted to say great job on a great race. And he's Steve David, just a class guy. Just thought I'd mention that. Congratulations.
Rob, thank you so much. We're just so proud to get this from Rob Graham and Graham Trucking. They support all boat racing, and what great guys to have, and obviously Chevrolet, and to all the friends watching this race at the Alberto household, thanks, Alberto. We really appreciate you getting this for us.
Thank you, Rob Graham, and thank you, Steve David. Now, Heat 1B this time was sponsored by Key Bank, and we've got John Ream up here representing Key Bank, and our winner of Heat 1B is driving the U1, Dave Vilwalk, the Miss Elstrom Elam Plus. John?
Thank you. Key Bank is excited to sponsor this event today, and on behalf of Key Bank, congratulations, Dave, on running a great race.
Hey, thank you very much. It's a good step for us. We wanted to get a step closer to giving that Ronald McDonald's house a few dollars after this is over with, and Haas people are going to do that. I'm really excited about that. Thank you, Key Bank, and all the people here in Seattle that helped this event. It's a wonderful thing, and just happy to be part of it. Thanks.
Dave, congratulations. John and Key Bank, thank you very much. And the winner of Unlimited Heat 1C. We didn't have a sponsor of this heat, but our winner is Jean Theoret. John, congratulations. There's the hardware. Was it a good day?
Thank you very much. It was a great day for this team. You know, Beacon Plumbing team worked so hard after the mishap in Tri-Cities, and the family insurance sponsoring us. So it's great to be back here and back on top with 400 points.
Jean, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We've got lots of awards. We got lots of racing all day long. Steve, back to you.
All right, thanks very much. And we do indeed have lots of racing and quite a perch to watch it from out on the log boom. Enjoy yourselves out there today, folks, but make sure you keep that TV on that boat tuned to KIRO 7 all day long, because we're going to be right here for you. Live racing still to come all day long. We'll be back.